Hey guys, how's it going? This is Scramble from Emotionless Crypto Trading, and today we're going to see what you can learn from the yesterday's crash of Bitcoin. It actually crashed around $616 yesterday in like 2 hours and some minutes, guys. So that was a huge situation right there that we can all use to learn a couple of things, and I wanted to share with you guys some details out of that so you're able to make sure next time you're not going to make the same mistakes, whatsoever mistakes you have made. You never want to make with any of your trades or so for long-term investments, because yesterday some people got out of Bitcoin, and I'm talking about those kind of people who invested long-term. Now that's a huge mistake. So let's go ahead, guys, and talk about, we're on tradingview.com, guys, and we're looking at the chart for Bitcoin and Tether USD, right? Then we have on Poloniex, so it comes down from Poloniex exchanger. Now Tether USD is actually the copy of the dollar on the cryptocurrency world. It always sticks around the dollar worth, and it's actually set up to be a copy of the US dollar. Now here we do have the chart, guys, for yesterday, and what we can see here is very important, such as it was the perfect time to trade based on the emotions and not based on data, guys. That's the first thing I wanted to discuss about, because it's the biggest problem that happened yesterday, guys. The perfect timing to trade on your emotions and not based on data, which is a huge mistake, guys. That's why we see this right here. That's why we have seen that crash, because people were making huge mistakes, not because the market needed, not because the price is reaching high limits and there's no more support coming in. As we know, on some exchanges coming from Korea, Bitcoin yesterday was selling at $3,800, while on Poloniex or other exchanges out there you could get it at $2,700 or so. So that's a difference of $1,100, guys, and Bitcoin was selling at $3,800. So the market didn't need it, this type of, you know, huge decrease, I should say. I don't see this like a correction, because it's not that type of correction we're all looking for when it comes down to a market, a natural movement of the market, right? So what happened here is we're going to take it from the beginning, and we're going to see that we had here a maximum limit, right? We had here a limit where it all started. Now that was around $2,689. I'm just going to point that here, $2,689, right? And we're going to have a minus here till the lowest level that we actually had, which is around 2075, and we're going to see the difference, which is the actually crash of the market, right? $614, guys, was the crash of the market that happened. Like we did see here, it was 3 p.m. and 15 minutes when everything started, and then right here it was 5 p.m. and 30 minutes. That means in 2 hours and 15 minutes, the market crashed over $600. Now this is because people traded based on their emotions, right? Which is fear. Everything you see right over here, and I'm going to mark this right now, is based on trading with fear, guys. Everything you see right there, including this long red candlestick over here, is just because the fear of people, and those people who pretty much have no idea and the way they should trade. Unfortunately, you guys have to learn a little bit more before you can start trading, because this type of situations could kill your trading account, and I don't believe that's what you want to achieve with your trading business. So it all started up here, right, at pretty much high a month. Now what we have seen is we have seen a bit of support coming in, guys, a bit of support coming in, and then it wasn't quite enough. As you can see, after that, the people selling Bitcoin because of their fear, because of this long red candlestick over here. When people used to see this kind of thing, is they get under panic, right? They start trading based on the fear of not losing money because they bought a Bitcoin at I don't know what price, and they want to secure themselves some profits. Now it's not true, guys. It's not true. It do not works out like that, because you're going to sell low and you're going to buy high. So whoever sold, guys, during this panic right over here, during this crash right over here, probably will end up buying at a higher price, which already starts to happen, guys, which actually already happens, which actually happened like a couple of days before. And we're going to take this one as an example, guys. We did had another bit of a crash here, which was on 25th of May. That was still like yesterday, guys. So again, a bit of a crash here. People who sold here, here, right, at this levels, people who sold at that levels probably bought after at higher levels, guys. Look at this. You sold because of your fear of not losing money, which actually is not based on correct data analysis, right? It's not correct. If you have made your checkings, if you have the right informations, and if you're able to read the whole market, including a lot of the factors that you have to consider when you sell and buy, then you should have not sold at this point, which then after the market have also proved you should have not sold at that point, because the market was extremely powerful. And usually when there is a V-shape about to get inside the market, which just happened over here, you do see there's a V-shape going on, right? When usually there's a parabolic crush, then a V formula used to be created, right? You do see here, this is the V shape. So, and then we have the V formula right here, guys. So usually when there's the V shape going on and it starts down the way, but it's parabolic, then there's the other side, right, of the V formula, which is growing up. So if you sold right here, then you probably bought anywhere here and you ended up losing money because of trading based on your fear, guys, which is extremely wrong. Now this is one example. Then we have another example right over here. I'll explain in a minute. But we have another example right over here, guys, a couple of days before, and I'll show you right now what I'm talking about. It all started up here on 22nd of May, guys. Again, another example. People start selling because they were acting based on their fear. And this is what happened. The market started to crash. Now we do have again a V formula here, right? A V formula, a slight V formula up here that's being created because of the support level was enough powerful to fight back, which is very usual, and it was pretty much easy to understand that because of the market and all the data we were able to read from the charts, guys. So you probably made the same mistake here, guys. You have sold at this level, or maybe at this level, or at this level, and then you bought right after that because you were seeing that a channel was created here, a support channel was up here, guys, making the market to increase its prices, and a growing nice channel was created. So you thought that, well, I'm gonna take my losses and I'm gonna buy again. Now you made that mistake. Hopefully you did not make the same mistake over here again or over here again, guys. 3 possibilities in about 4 days to make huge mistakes And that's the way trading works. Actually, it gives you possibilities to make mistakes, guys. And if you're joining those kind of mistakes, now obviously you're losing money, right? That's the way it works. So getting back to what happened yesterday with this crash of $616, you sold anywhere here, right? Probably, and there were a lot of people selling at these levels. So what happens is you will have to rebuy. I consider if you want to rebuy, then you're going to buy this at a higher price, guys. Now it's still at a good level right now. We're heading to $2,450. We're right now just a bit lower than that, and it's still a good timing to get into Bitcoin, guys. It's still a good timing to get into Bitcoins right now, because all of you that sold earlier than the price of $2,450 or $60 or $70, you can still cover some profits right there, just a few percent, right? You sold at $2,550 and now you buy low at $2,430, so you were able to cover a profit of a couple percent, maybe just a few. Then what it means is, I do believe that what's going to happen from now is, because we did had a bullish candlestick here that proved for me is the right time to get into Bitcoin, and it's the best proof that we could have in order to see Bitcoin rising back again, right? So this candlestick here I'm talking about, that has a little body here on the top and a long shadow starting here and goes down the way. Now let's take a look at this one, and I'll explain you why this bullish candlestick right over here gave me the signal and told me that it's great to get in, which is basically the market reacted in this way. Now we do see that the market have closed at 2,229 right here, this bearish candlestick. Then we moved to the bullish one that opened at $2,229. Now what happened after that is the price went down. It decreased down the way till $2,113, guys. $2,113, considering the open price with 2,227 means more than $100 crash in under 15 minutes, guys, because the candlesticks are set for 15 minutes right now, as you can see on my charting. So each of these candlesticks means 15 minutes, guys. Now this is what happened at over 15 minutes, guys. A crash. It crashed again, guys. It crashed down the way more than $100, but then the power reacted, which is actually a major resistance around $2,100. That's where the major resistance is set right now for Bitcoin, guys. So we did had a lot of support coming in. That's why we were able to create this long shadow right over here that goes inside the little green body, and we needed to close the candlestick at 2,242. So the market and the buyers actually reacted and should I say, they were repurchasing the market back to $100+ that were sold by the resistance, right? So we were able to cover more than $100 in less than 15 minutes, guys. That's the support you want to see. This long shadow right over here pointing in a little body of the candlestick, which is bullish, means that the price, the resistance, was decreasing the market till this point, and then the support came in, fighting back and pulling out all the resistance. So we were able to close down to 2,243, which, like I said, is a difference of over $100, guys. This right here was telling me that there's a lot of support. There's a lot of support, and the resistance lost in the fight of the support when it comes down to this level, guys. That's what it means for me, guys. So we were able to take control, and then anything since that is bullish. Bullish points, bullish price tags. You bought there, you're in profit. You're already on profit, right? You bought here, you're in profit. If you sold here at this levels, guys, which you have held your Bitcoins, what you do when something like this happens, guys, when a crush like this happens, in my opinion, is if you catch the crush at this levels, which is a level of, you should consider 10% loss. If you're able to catch the crush with 10% losses, then yes, you do sell, and then you buy low here. Now, this was quite risky to buy at this point because we were not pretty much having so much data that the price is still bullish and the market has the power to fight back. But when it comes down to this point, we did have this candlestick, guys, that proved us the market is about to go bullish, right? So if you're able to sell anywhere with 10% crush right over here till this point, right, starting up from here down to this point, so if you're able to sell till this point, then yes, that was a good position to sell for you. And obviously buy right here, that means you were able to cover around 15 to 20%, guys, which is great because that happened in about a couple of hours, which is very sustainable when it comes down to long-term investments and huge amounts of money that we used to run over the crypto trading world, right? So what happens from now, guys, this is what people probably want to see. What is my opinion? What is my prediction? It's extremely hard to say a long-term prediction. Now, I would consider that Bitcoin will get back to the level of 2,687 on Poloniex, guys. Now, if we're able to break this level right here, then we're heading towards to $3,000 for sure. If we're able to break this level right here, guys, something like that, obviously, or we might have a steady increase. I would like to see a nice channel right now, a nice channel like this, up to the level we have the major resistance. I'd like to see a channel like that, as we have already seen right over here. We did see a nice bullish channel, right? We do have that channel over there. Then we also had different channels right over here, right? And then another one right over here, which is great. So that's what we wanted to see. Now, you always want to pay high attention on the data when it comes down to such a high volatility, guys. You always want to pay high attention, right? Now, that's kind of pretty much all about, I guess. We're fighting and we're probably able to create a upwards channel that's going to bring us right there to the level where there was the major resistance. And such a crashes will happen. And it's actually not that bad when we do see this type of crashes in the market, guys, because this is not that type of correction that everyone is looking for. And I'm saying everyone, like professional traders, do look after crashes and markets that follow a downtrend. A crash is not actually a downtrend. A downtrend is not a V formula. A downtrend is actually when the market is reaching high limits, too high limits, which is not the case for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has the power to get over $3,000 at the moment, guys. But if a lot of you were acting emotionally over the next days or so, we'll always face difficult times to get higher and higher, right? So if the market is growing like this and then it comes down like this, this is actually the high point, right? This is actually the place where you obviously have to sell. Now, a normal correction, a healthy correction looks like this, right? Looks like this. Now, an unhealthy correction looks in the following way. I'll point that out here. Oops, sorry. Let me just edit that. Okay. A unhealthy correction looks like this, guys. The price goes up, right, in a steady way. And then we do something like this. We see a crush like this, guys, which is quite unhealthy for the market. The healthy way would be to see a steady decrease, guys, which could go even down to 50%. That's the major correction, guys, that we're all waiting for. And we're still waiting because Bitcoin was taking off at 1,400 bucks, growing till these levels without any major correction level, guys. So that's gonna happen at some point. Now, we don't know when that's gonna happen because we do have proofs that the support is huge, guys, and the market is paying even $3,700 for a Bitcoin in Korea, guys, right? So that's a couple of things that you have to understand out of the whole thing that just happened, right? Now, a couple of things that I should also consider here is the coinmarketcap.com, guys, and you look at the market cap, which is $86 billion, guys, which is huge. We have another great volume, guys, over the last 24 hours, which is over $5 billion, guys. Everything is growing and we're seeing higher and higher numbers. Now, what I wanted to show you guys is the total market capitalization, guys, have increased since 24th of April dramatically, guys, dramatically. We do have the highest limits right now, and also the altcoin market capitalization have increased since 24th, 25th of April, guys, right over here. You can easily see that the market started to take off, and currently the altcoins market cap is 44 billion, guys, which is bigger than the Bitcoin market cap, right? Bitcoin market cap is around 42 billion, sorry, and the altcoin, if it's 44 and we take 86 minus 44, it's going to end up $42 billion for the Bitcoin, guys. Now, again, we have a larger market capitalization for the altcoins comparing to Bitcoin, which is great. Now, here's also another place where you can see per specific cryptocurrencies, guys, the market capitalization. That's very, very useful. Now, if it decreased, it doesn't mean that it's bad, right? It doesn't mean that it's bad. It means that the altcoins have increased a lot and people are trading Bitcoins and altcoins using Bitcoin, guys. It is what it is, and that's the truth. Now, BTC dominance, you see it's 48.3, and then the altcoin obviously is over 50. Now, that's something that I wanted to tell you guys at the end here. So yeah, that's kind of all about. Feel free to subscribe on my YouTube channel. I also love the way you guys engage on my YouTube videos, and I'll be putting out details and informations that should be useful in your trading experience, guys. So feel free to subscribe, comment, engage with my videos, share, and do whatever you feel you have to do. Thank you once again, guys, for watching, and if you would like to join in my coaching program, feel free to link for the description in the link in the description area, guys. That's what you can see right there, and then you have a video that explains you everything. So that's kind of all about today, guys. I'm done. Thank you. Talk to you soon.